What up, nerds? Tonight, we will be unboxing this Reaper action figure from the DC Multiverse Rookie series. And this comes from this Batman Year 2 storyline. And I remember this from when I was a kid. And I love that Reaper character. And it surprised me when I found out that they're gonna release a figure, and I just had to get on it. So this will be actually the first figure I open up in a long time, because I just barely started like getting back into getting action figures. And let's open it up. Alright guys, and today we will be unboxing this Reaper DC Universe Multiverse action figure from the Rookie line. This will be the only figure I'll be getting from the Rookie line, because I don't really buy figures that much anymore, and for me to get a figure I have to really want it, and this is basically the only one I thought was worth getting. So let me open it up for you. Alright guys, so here he is out of the box, and it's a pretty cool figure. I mean, once I heard that they had released this, I was like, oh, I gotta get that, because I remember this character from when I was a kid, and I really wanted to get him. So he comes with 2 fist hands, but then he has his 2 sickles, and let's take a closer look at him. And here he is really close up, guys. I love that skull. I don't really go into articulation that much, because everybody on YouTube does. But, you know, I'm basically going to just stand him straight up when I display him. So, but I mean, he's pretty much comic accurate. All these studs. They could have put a little bit more darker paint on them, but I mean, I'm not going to complain. This is an awesome figure. In the comic also, he shoots guns out of these gauntlets. So, I mean, mace balls. These are like maces with the blades on them. But it's pretty awesome. Cool. And here's one final look at him, guys, with his sickles put on. And he's pretty awesome. I mean, I love everything about this figure, and I can't wait to put him up on the shelf. Alright guys, so here's a closer look at Batman Year 2 by Mike Barr and Alan Davis, and also Todd McFarlane in his early days. And I used actually this is a 4-part comic series, and so it's separated in chapters. But I used to have the actual comics, and when I sold my comics, then I lost it, and I ended up picking this up later on. So I don't have the comics anymore. But I mean, this still tells a story, and this is some early work by Todd McFarlane for DC. I always remember, like, I think this was the cover of the first one, and I used to have it, and I always remember this imagery. But the first story, I mean, the first issue of the series is by penciled by Alan Davis, which he has a different style than McFarlane, but it's actually pretty good. I mean, I remember a lot of the images, like this one, where the old man's looking at his getup, at his gear, and this one. Then he kills some street punks, just to let everybody know he's back in Gotham. And I always remember this image. And him and Batman have a fight, and he gets the better of Batman, and then Batman has to escape through a sewer, and he ends up dragging his ass back to the Batcave to Alfred. And then he decides that if he's gonna fight the Reaper, he might have to just put a gun in his hand. This was the second cover. And then I think this is where McFarlane starts. Yeah, McFarlane starts doing the artwork. And first it's inked by somebody else, by was it Alcala. And then in the last one, McFarlane actually does all the artwork, so you get a chance to see how McFarlane does, like if he pencils and inks. But the story goes that once the old man comes back and starts Caspian, and he starts doing street justice again, Batman tries to fight him, and he ends up deciding to help Joe Chill, who's the guy that killed his parents. And they join forces to fight the Reaper. This is the last part 4, and see, it's pencils and inks by McFarlane, and you can really see the McFarlane style there. And then actually in this one I remember he starts giving Batman like the shoulder points that he gives him, because I guess he could do whatever he wanted. See, that looks all McFarlane. And in the end, the Reaper Batman's gonna shoot Joe Chill, and the Reaper actually takes it from him, and he blows his brains out. And then they have another fight, but this time Batman gets the better of him. And right here he decides, like, I guess you are a good successor to me. And then he just lets go and he dies. And in the sequel to this, which is Batman Full Circle, it's actually Joe Chill's son who takes the part of the Reaper. I have that somewhere, but I couldn't find it. So, but it's another good story. It has Robin in it, so Robin's in there. Now, actually, the Phantasm from Batman Mask of the Phantasm is based on the Reaper from Batman Year 2. And this goes down from the way he gets in trouble with the mafia, and also that it's a girl and her father. In Year 2, the father is actually the Reaper, but in Mask of the Phantasm, it's just a red herring, and actually Andrea is the Phantasm. But that's where the Phantasm comes from, is from the Reaper design. Alright guys, so that was unboxing the Reaper figure. And honestly, I hate opening up figures that I like. I like to keep them in the box. And I have up in the attic, I have a bunch of boxed up figures, and then I have the loose ones down here so I can look at them. But don't feel bad, because this one's going up in the attic, and then I'll just keep this one down here. So that's it for now. Next time I'm going to start doing the Return of the Dark Knight figure series, and I'm going to try and do Batman, Superman, Joker, Robin, all the ones from The Dark Knight Returns by Frank Miller. See you next time.